Here on the field with head coach Jack Wright. Jack, that was a heartbreaker right there, but I thought y'all showed a lot of determination, guts.
We did. Our kids never gave up. I knew we wouldn't. We got a great group. They play hard. We got down, just too far. You count to a dozen things throughout the course of the game that would have given us a better chance.
We'll start at the end. You guys are down 14 in the fourth quarter and put together 2 great drives. What was working for y'all down the stretch?
Throwing the ball. We've got some explosive receivers. Landon's a great passer. We just had to get our guys, in the right position. We had to protect a little bit. We had to give Landon a moment. We did. So we did some things at the end to give us a chance. But like I said, there was just too much of a hole that we dug ourselves early. We couldn't get all the way out of it.
Right. So then you get the ball back with I think right at the 2-minute timeout, are able to march down. What was your thinking as you're going down the field?
Just get in the end zone, try to find a matchup. All of our receivers are capable of winning one-on-one, so just trying to create one of those with a formation or something, make an easy read for Landon, let him, give it to one of our guys in space.
I think Landon completed, I think it was like 33 of 51 passes, 400 yards, so y'all were able to do that. Let's talk about the play with Shelby, the final score. What was that play?
That was just a shallow cross. He was in man-to-man coverage. He's made a lot of plays in practice. He just hadn't had as many touches in a game. Just really proud of him. He dove, hit the pylon. Just proud of him. It was a great play. Just a one-on-one. Got enough separation, dove for the pylon, got in.
Then the decision to go for 2, I think you went for 2 because you liked the play you had.
We did, and I'm sitting there looking in the eyes of our receivers. Like you said, Don, we had thrown it 50-some-odd times, and they were tired. Tyler was cramping up at the end. I didn't know how much juice we had left. I'm sure Co-Lin was tired too. Felt like we had a good play, for that situation, and we called it. And it didn't work.
So let's talk, the first quarter was not great. Obviously, you're down 20-0, and the regulators were kind of struggling to find their footing. But after that, I thought they played a whale of a game.
It looked like we weren't going to slow them down at all, but we have a tendency to catch up to offensive speed-wise. If you look at the way games have gone for us this year, we've given up some yards and some points early in the first quarter, first half, and we've kind of catch up. So that's kind of what happened tonight. It was just too little too late.
Yes, a lot of turnovers, but y'all were able to force some turnovers, get some key 4th down stops. Mistakes will always bite you.
Sure will. Just too many mistakes, but that's a good defense. Statistically, Don, that's the number 1 defense in our conference, I think number 3 in the country. So we knew coming in it was going to be a tough night. They ran the ball well. We knew we would have limited opportunities. When you run the ball well, they're going to stay on the field. They did that. So we had limited opportunities offensively. Again, just got to give Co-Lin credit. That's a good football team. They got a good offensive line, good backs. The quarterback made plays when he had to. So give them credit. They did some things to put themselves in position to win.
You said they're a 3rd-ranked defense. I think they're first among teams who aren't like Community Christian or
Correct.
one of those.
Great defense. Yeah, we knew that coming in, yeah.
There's still a lot left to play for. Obviously, we got 2 road trips coming up next week. We go to Oklahoma, and what do you have to do to rebound from this?
Well, we're giving the players all Sunday. It's been a long season. It's about staying fresh right now. It's about staying healthy. So we're going to give them, a day or so off and try to come back in here. It's a long trip. That's not an easy trip. I've made that a few times. Not an easy place to play. So we'll have to have our act together when it comes to travel and being professional on our traveling responsibility. So it'll be a challenge for us for sure.
And you still have a lot to play for. The South Division still in the balance. You can still, get at least a share of that.
Right. Each team has a loss now, including us. So, a lot of things could shake out over the next 2 weeks.
Lots left to play for, Jack.
Yes, sir.
We'll talk with you next week.
Thank you.